Hello everybody, Skyway here. For those new to the channel, welcome. I'm Skyway, a fighting game enthusiast that is going to give its opinion about the reveal of Mortal Kombat 11. And for those who were already subscribed, hello, long time no see. I haven't uploaded anything in like forever, but I think Mortal Kombat 11 is going to be a really good chance for this channel to revive from its ashes and rise once again. I also have some content that I want to make with Lethal League Blaze. It's a game that I'm playing a lot, but I digress. Let's go for it. I wanted to give some opinions about Mortal Kombat 11 reveal, and I'm going to divide this video into really separate parts. First, I'm gonna talk about the good stuff, the stuff that I really liked about the reveal and I'm thrilled about. And then, lastly, I'm gonna talk a bit about the things that were revealed and I'm not as thrilled. I'm a bit skeptic towards, and I'm a bit worried, and I don't think it's going to be as good. But let me tell you, spoiler alert, the good things are much more than the bad things, and I'm really positive about this game, and I think it could be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. So let's go for it. So first and foremost, something that amazed us all that we watched the trailer are the graphics. I'm no artist, so I cannot explain you why, but the game just looks so clean, so good. It has this realistic touch of Mortal Kombat. The facial animations looks amazing, just everything is so detailed. The gore, of course, it's as good as it has ever been. It's the best gore that I have seen in any video game. I'm personally not really thrilled about the gore. I don't mind it, neither do I love it. But for people who like it, it's amazing. And I know and I appreciate how hard it is to make scenes like that look and render so good. Yet they do. So they overdid themselves from Mortal Kombat X, and I'm amazed with what they have achieved. Now, next thing, a bit more interesting, a bit more deep on the mechanics, which is what I'm really interested in. There is this radical change on the gouge system. For those who don't know, it's basically we used to have three slots for the gouge, and we could use that for defensive or offensive purposes and for different things. Now we have one defensive gouge and one offensive gouge with 2 slots each. So that's gonna end, instead of refilling based on what you do in the game, it just refills based on the time. I personally don't know how this is going to be affecting the gameplay, because I don't exactly know how do you use the defensive and offensive gouge. I know that you can roll out of in wake up, you can escape certain combos by taking in the air, kind of like how Injustice works, and the offensive gouge, of course, is used for enhancing moves and stuff. But I don't know, the fact that it refills with time, will we have to use more bar, and we use it as soon as we have it, in order not to be losing bar while the time goes by? I don't really know. So how is this positive? Well, because I think it's a radical change and it's something fresh and new, and I think it can work really well and make the game feel really different from older games of Mortal Kombat and even other fighting games. So that's a good thing. It's innovation, and it's also, in my book, it's always going to be good. So we have talked a bit about this big radical change on the gouge system and how it could affect the game, which I don't know. Now let's talk about some minor mechanics that have been introduced. This is also good just for existing, just for it being something new and fresh that adds to the game, but I cannot really have a strong opinion about it because it is really not. I cannot imagine how they will shape the gameplay, but I like them being in there. You have the Just Guard, which regards you for blocking incorrect time and allows you to punish your opponent by spending some meter. That's good, a defensive option. We didn't have much of them in Mortal Kombat X. The hop, which is once again, I think it's a defensive option because the developer said it's to avoid lows. So I don't know, maybe it allows you to punish some strings with a hop. You can get out of them, and if you predict they are going to use that low, be able to punish with a full combo. That'd be crazy, like really sick reads. We also have the roll mechanic, which allows you to roll in wake up. Well, you actually have a lot of options in wake up. You can roll, you can attack, you can do an attack that leads to a combo but it's unsafe, and you can do an attack that just knocks your opponent down but it's not unsafe. And you can also tech in the air to get out of some combos. So yeah, all of that are actually defensive mechanics. I'm glad they introduced it, because there was really nothing else out of block breaker in Mortal Kombat X to defend yourself, or maybe delaying your wake up or doing stuff. That stuff is in the game as well. Well, you don't have block breaker, but you have just guard, which maybe helps you in the same way. So yeah, I'm thrilled about these changes. I think they are good, they are fresh. I don't really have strong opinions. I cannot tell you right now how it's gonna affect the gameplay, but having defensive options is never bad. We have talked about these minor mechanics and how they are. Now let's talk about another big mechanic similar to the change on the gout system: the crushing blows and the fatal blows. Oh my god, how good are these mechanics! Crushing blows are attacks that only activate on certain situations, like after a punish, or for example in grabs. If the opponent has teched in the wrong way, crushing blow activates. They are attacks that get really cinematic, do a lot of damage, and have other benefits as well. I think that some attacks, I think that for now they only do more damage, or they allow combos. But I think there were some as well that could heal yourself or do more crazy stuff. I don't know, but it's really good. Like, you at all times you have to be having your crushing blows and examine the situation in which you are and say, okay, I have these crushing blows available. Which could I use? Which is good? I don't know. I don't think they will be introducing it and allowing it to pop just randomly. I think that it will actually involve player decision, which always is good and always makes the gameplay more interesting. And the fatal blow is an excellent way of implementing the super. Like, now it doesn't depend on meter, which is really good, because you will have combos that do crazy amount of damage and you can finish them with your fatal blow, but you can only use it once per game. And this also works for the crushing blows. You can only use your crushing blow once per game, and you have multiple of them. You have like 5 of them, and they activate with certain moves. I think this is crazy. This is really good idea. I really didn't like. You never see supers in NetherRealm games, because meter is just so valuable, and it can be used for virtually everything. So if you want to do the damage that a super gives you, you might as well use 3 bars of meter and do a combo that does the same amount of damage or even more damage than a super. So it made no sense. Nobody used the super ever, just in few situations. So I'm really glad they moved it away from the gout system, and now you can use it based on your life, and you can only use it once per game. It's really good. It's really good, and I love it, and I think it will bring a lot of depth and make the gameplay look really good. Okay, so we have talked about a few mechanical changes. Now let's go back to something more superficial, which are customized variations. This is really good. Like, I'm really happy about this. I have always dreamed about making my fighters like picking the moves that I want to, but I'm most excited about the fact that you will be able to customize it cosmetically, right? By picking like a general outfit and then 3 pieces of gear. I think that will be really sick, having your character look different than the rest. I like it a lot, because the gameplay part of it, which is picking your special skills, and I don't know, I think it could be really fun in a single player environment. So that's really good. Like, if they achieve a single player story in which you can have like they mix the RPG elements with fighting games, like with stats, with crazy abilities, and being able to put the moves that you want, that will be really sick if they achieve fun with that. But I'm more interested on the competitive side of it, which is something that I will talk about later, on the negative aspects and the customized variations. But on the positive side, I like the cosmetics, and I like that it potentially could be a really good single player content. Some things are, of course, coming back from Mortal Kombat X and previous games, and I wanted to say that I'm glad they are back, and I'm going to mention them really quickly. Brutalities are coming back. Oh my god, how much fun it is to go online and say, okay, I want to get this brutality, and just not try to win, but instead try to get those brutalities. It's so much fun, and when you get it, it's so satisfying and so sick. It's a really good aspect of Mortal Kombat X, and I really hoped they brought it back. I was a little bit scared because they didn't show anything on the official reveal, but then when people were playing on the setups and stuff, they got brutality, so that's really good. They're coming back. Then there is something about the presentation of Mortal Kombat games that I just love, and it's when characters when characters are talking to them before the fight starts. They have unique character interactions. Like each character has each character pair has 3 or 4 dialogues, and they are actually different between characters, and it's really good and really sick to see them interact. You get to see the lore. Some interactions are really funny, and I think that coming back is a really good thing. Injustice had it as well, and it's something that they should definitely keep doing. And last but not least, this is a bit general, but keeping those crazy mechanics. Like, for some reason I feel like Mortal Kombat it's the most bold of fighting games when talking about mechanics. Well, maybe we would have to go to anime fighters, but more mainstream fighters like Tekken or Street Fighter 5, there is not that much of a difference. Like, characters have not radical different mechanics. In Mortal Kombat X, I have seen healing already. I have seen activations that let you do more damage or let you defend more against attacks. I have seen there's a character, Keras, that interacts with the timer. So all of that is really good, and I want them to keep adding to it. Of course, it affects the balance of the game, because having so much mechanics makes the game really hard to balance, and maybe there's some cheap stuff is hidden in there on the new mechanics, but I don't really care. As far as it's fun, I dig it, and I am really happy that those are back. So I have been recording the full video right off the bat, but with the negative aspects that I have to comment, it goes up to 17 minutes. So as I don't want to upload a video that is that long, I'd rather leave it here, and I'll talk about the negative aspects on another video. So look forward to it. It will be coming soon, because I have already recorded it. So yeah, but it is gonna be another video. For now, I'll just have to say goodbye to everybody. Go see the other video, please, and thanks for listening and watching, because this is a video.